Assalamualaikum everyone. By the way, I am Asnimah, I'm AMPUAN, and for today's video is I'm going to present my intercensal analysis, and I chose the country of Syria. And I'm very sorry guys if I passed this video long time because my PowerPoint doesn't work at all. So I tried to ask help in the ICT. So Alhamdulillah, they fix it now. So okay, this is the flag of Syria. Let's first talk about the introduction of this video. Okay, the paper is about, or the PowerPoint is about the analysis of Syria, the intercensal analysis of Syria. Okay, the intercensal analysis is a different gap, but in our report, we are going to internalize the 10-year gap analysis that looks at the different after a decade. Okay, me or the analyst analyzed the contrast between the long time 2002, 2012, and 2022. An intercensal investigation may be a device for surveying alters in population measure over time, where community individuals may have been in terms of birth rate, mortality rate, life expectancy, migration, and other viewpoints. So let's start. Um, I'm going to introduce first what is Syria, what is a country of Syria. And I know guys, all of us know the country of Syria because of the over there popularly known as war. They are in a war, they're always in a war background. So let's see. Okay, the history of Syria is a country located on the east coast of the Mediterranean Sea in southern Asia. Their cultural background is, while most Syrians identify as Arab, the country also much ethnic diversity. Also, ang Syria ay marami rin siyang ethnic diversity. Like, we don't, like, hindi tayo familiar. So, we're not focusing on that. So, the third one is their economic. So, the socio-economic conditions are deteriorating rapidly in Syria. We can know why deteriorating rapidly the economic of Syria in my future report. So the political. Syria is officially a democracy like our country, whose president is elected and governed by the rule of law and a constitution that specifies citizens and officials, rights and duties, including human rights. So they are in a democracy law. So let's go to the part 2 of this report, the intercensal analysis. Yeah. Behind the intercensal analysis is the population density, birth rate, death rate, life expectancy, net migration, rate of natural increase, urban population, sorry for the spelling, GNI, population per land. So let's first talk about the population. Okay. Based on the given data sheets by our beloved Ma'am Daklan, so I I I made a paragraph PowerPoint to para mas maintindihan pa natin na galing ito sa data sheets. So this is the population of Syria. The figure 1 shows an increase of population in Syria of more than 1 million between year 2002 and 2012, and decreased in 2012 to 2002. This is the reason why the Syria population decreasing in 2002, because presently in my presentation boasts a population of 20 million with one of the fastest growth rates in the world, about 2.4%. However, it has decreased from 3.2 on average. Maybe the reason, maybe the major reason of the decreasing of the population of Syria is their conflict in other countries. Okay, that's one of the things na nakita ko talaga na yun yung reason nila, kasi yung sa war. So number 2, the population density. Okay, this is also the figure. This is what we call the pie graph. Okay, in 2.2 shows an increase of population density of Syria of more than 1 million, an increase by 2002. 2002, 2002. Syria population is equivalent to world population. They are ranked in a 68th place in the list of countries by population. Okay, in my research, the Syria is in every kilometer, there are 200 plus people in 95 per kilometer. So in my research, the population density of Syria is increasing, yeah, maybe increasing about 0.22%. So the third one is the birth rate of Syria. Okay, this is the pie graph also. Okay, in figure 2.3 shows a decrease of birth rate in Syria of more than a million between 2002, 2012, and 2022 per 1,000 population. The reason of it is common to other country why their birth rate decreased in the past 10 years, because maybe the crisis that we experienced, the what we call the pandemic. So yeah, nag-decrease yung birth rate ng Syria in 2012 to 2022, especially nung 2 years, mas naging decrease yung birth rate nila dahil nga sa pandemic. So that's the reason. Number 4 is the death rate. Okay, this is also the graph, and as you can see, it's decreasing along the way. Yeah, it's decreasing. Shows a decreased death rate of population in Syria between the year 2002 to 2012. Yeah, an increased death rate population in the year 2022. Okay, the reason why Syria also increasing their death rate in 2002, and it because of the pandemic. It is the same sa birth rate trend. Yeah. So due to the pandemic, marami ang namatay sa kanila. Also, the scarcity that they experience. Yeah. So, parang maraming same cases naman to sa other countries, hindi lang Syria. It because of the pandemic na. Marami talagang naapektuhan. So, the fifth one is the life expectancy. So, this is also the graph that I made. Okay, in figure 2.5 shows an increase of life expectancy in Syria between year 2002 and 2012, and increased about 2 years between year 2012 and 2002. Okay, the study found steady improvement in health in the region over that period, but the Arab Spring uprising in early 2011 and subsequent upheaval disputed that progress in several countries, namely Syria, Yemen, Libya, Egypt, and Tunisia. This research that I found is the study of foreign country in USA. They conduct a research about the life expectancy. That's why, and the research is the common reason why the life expectancy of Syria increased because of the hospitality of other country in them. So like yung mga United Nations, yung mga organization na somewhat nag-help sila sa other countries, is yun rin yung nag-increase sa life expectancy ng Syria. Kunyari yung mga Red Cross na nagbibigay sa kanila ng education, ng first aid kit, mga ganun. So, the number 6 is the net migration of Syria. Okay, in figure 2.6 shows an increase of migration in Syria between year 2002 and 2022, and decreased about 2 years between year 2002. What I mean in this is in 2002, between 2002 and 2012, may nag-decrease ang net migration nila due to yung ban na yung other country is biniban nila ang Syria na migrate into another place. But in the between 2012 and 2002, the other country allowed the Syrian refugees to migrate in some other countries in the world. So the reason why nag-increase yung net migration sa 2002, it because of rapid migration of the refugees, the immigrant. But along the way, they need also to accept the culture of the other country na nag-accept sa kanila. So that the research is given from the legit researcher in India. Number 7 is the rate of natural increase. The figure 2.7 shows that it decreased along the gap years. Highest increase in Syria was recorded in 2007 with 4.30%. The biggest decrease is 2014 with negative 4.42% in the same period. The total population of all countries worldwide increased by 160.2%. The rate of natural increase in Syria is they're just parang nag-increase lang sa kanila is 1% lang yung nag-increase sa natural increase. Yeah. So the number 8 is the urban population. The figure 2.8 shows that the urban population is increasing in Syria. Okay, the Syrian Arab Republic urban population for 2021 was 11 million and at 3.86, increased from 2000 to 2020. This research is talks about the gap of the 2021 to 2021, pababa sa 2000. So it's just the same sa urban population nila. Okay, yung urban population ng Syria is it because of because of the help of other country na, medyo or they are in a medyo may progress ang Syria sa urban population nila. So number 9, the GNA or the capita. So in 2.9, this chart has this chart is incomplete shows of GNI per capita in Syria due to absence of data in given sheet. In 2002, they walang data sa 2002 ng Syria in GNI per capita nila. So I researched about that in the year 2002. So I found out na it's just the same or mga 1% lang yung nag-increase ng GNA per capita ng Syria. But 2000 to 2012, it increasing. So that's the GNA per capita of Syria. Number 10 is population per arable land. So that's the figure. Okay. In figure 2.10 shows the decrease along the gap years. The highest increase in Syria was recorded in 2007 with 4.30%. The biggest decrease in 2004. The biggest decrease is in 2014 with negative 4.42% in the same period. The total population of all countries worldwide increased. So the population per arable land of the Syria is focusing in 2012, 2000 to 2012, 2022 is increasing. Yeah. So the let's go to the implications to the environment. The implications to the environment and what are those along all the 10 elements. In the 10 elements is ano yung implication niya sa environment natin worldwide. So the Western Mediterranean coast has an annual average temperature of 18.1 Celsius. So the Syria is hindi naman sila tropical, but they're just the same weather sa mga like the Middle East, like yung mga Arab countries. Though Damascus is the capital city of Syria. Okay, the Damascus can occasionally experience extreme cold and periodic snow. Yeah, this is true. Yung Syria is some part of the Syria experiencing snow. So sometimes they also one of the affected pag storm surge or parang yung snow talaga na snow like na sometimes yun na yung cause ng nila na hindi sila makakain, hindi sila makalabas dahil sa snowstorm. So okay, the Mediterranean coast tends to have cool rainy winters with hot dry summers. They are also experiencing drought, then parang grabe yung pagka-drought nila. So maybe it because of the talaga hindi naman sila fan ng deforestation, but it because of the nangyaring war or somewhat hindi sila gaano educated yung sa pagtatanim because yun nga parang nagiging urbanized na sila. So yun. Since Syrian war has a this is what I mean. This Syrian war has a huge impact on their daily basis. There is the fact that the reason why Syria decreased their fertility and population is always on migration and health reason. Yeah. The major reason talaga why I chose Syria is because of talaga yung magiging analysis ko sa kanila due to the war or mga scarcity or like problems nila na parang gusto kong makita talaga na ano yung nagiging outcomes sa kanila at and what are their possible solution na mangyayari. So at the height of the drought lasting from 2006 to 2011, there was a dramatic increase in nutrition-related diseases in children. As these long and intense droughts are expected to become more common, nutritional deficiencies are likely to increase. Imagine that the Syria experiencing pandemic, war, like natural phenomena, then how can they overcome those conflicts sa kanila? So that's my implication to the environment. My conclusion in the last part is my conclusion. Okay, after analyzing those given variables by the world population data sheet year 2002, 2012, and 2022, it shows how there is an increasing and decreasing situation in Syria. Okay, maraming factors sa kanila na nag-increase and nag-decrease. It depends on the elements. Like for example, the fertility. Okay, the fertility is naging number one cause talaga sa kanila is why they experiencing decreasing fertility rate or birth rate due to the conflict na yung sa war, tapos after years, nag-pandemic na naman, then yung scarcity sa kanila, majority sa kanila kay poor, like, and some like situation like that. So I conclude that intercensal analysis is very important, and it's very important to conduct this like of research, kasi nakikita talaga natin yung mga differences nila, yung gap nila, yung how they overcome such a problem, or what are those conflict or problems kaya nangyari sa kanila. So in my conclusion, in all elements, the major reason talaga sa Syria is their war na-experience nila along 13 years na ata, ganun. So that's all from my video, and hope you guys understand my report about my intercensal analysis. So thank you guys, and wassalam.